Hey guys, H-Lock here. Welcome back. Got a new video. Uh, wow, amazing new info. That's the title. That's not me. So let's check it out. Let's see what we got here. It's some character character models, and some stage. I don't want to say info, but I don't know what we want to call it. Just I guess models as well. Let's take a look.
So we're going to kick off with Sigurd here. Sigurd was actually done by Nico. We showed you the kind of, maybe if you saw last week, that version of how did it go from block out to kind of like produced, and then this is the final version. In fact, he does have a cool little Sigurd strutting, which is quite cool. Yeah, but Sigurd looking sweet. It's got the kind of like strong jaw. This is a rare gun. It's going to be a rare in the game, I believe, or an epic. Might be an epic, actually. And yeah.
I was looking at this. Obviously, the detail is pretty dang incredible. Can't really see it that well, but you can see a little bit there on the detail on the cape and some there. But I assume probably got some faction stuff on the bracers like other character models we've seen. But I was thinking you got this horn here. It would be pretty cool if some type of buff or maybe ally attack blows the horn. I guess we'll have to wait and see in game, but that could be pretty cool. But yeah, good. Looks good so far.
Just got some cool features, lots of detail gone into his design. He's got a sweet sword.
Looks like dragon down there, maybe. Kind of hard to tell. If that's a dragon, that's what it looks like.
To go alongside it, Sigurd ready to rock. Beowulf has been shown by some of the other content creators that are covering Godforge right now. There's a whole bunch of them, by the way. If you literally go into YouTube and just search Godforge
am I gonna make it in?
Content, you'll find probably 10 at least content creators that are doing weekly videos with leak information that we give them. Really cool. But Beowulf is looking
I think
sweet.
I was in there.
This is actually how the artists present it in terms of the final piece, but then I'm not 100% sure why they do these different filters, but they do these different filters for a reason. Comment down below if you're an artist and you know more than I do.
I'm not an artist, but I believe the reason they do that for video games is to sort of test different lighting effects. But I'm not sure. But I believe that's why.
Looking a bit spooky on the right here. But yeah, they do them for...
I should specify different lighting effects in game, like whether it's a daytime scene, a nighttime scene, that type of thing.
I guess just looking at, do the different items separate properly or something like that? Not really sure, but anyway, looking pretty cool. A new one, Freya. Freya coming into the mix. She's not finished yet. She's not had her texturing finished, but gives you an idea of different stages of development. So she's in 3D here. They're working from a concept. This is Andre, and getting close to that final phase, which is the final texturing phase. But really cool take of Freya.
Yeah, I thought this was kind of interesting since, you know, Freya, you obviously associate with Viking type culture, and you don't really associate them with a lot of metalworking in terms of armor. Not that they had zero metalworking skills from my knowledge of history, but it was much more rudimentary than other cultures, I believe. And, you know, Freya is a god. I forget what she's the god of. I'd have to look it up. Not important right now, but the point is, you know, very ornate armor there. Got some wings, so yeah, definitely a different take. I wouldn't say it's necessarily wrong since she is a god. It will be interesting to see, though, the rest of the deities in this group and how they compare.
In my opinion. Moving on to a brand new one. Merlin. Oh, I love this one. This is maybe my favorite one so far.
I'm going to interrupt here and let him talk in a minute. I kind of don't like the helmet. The aesthetic overall, I do like. I get the kind of asymmetrical stuff they're going for. If you check out, like, this shoulder armor piece in either non-existent or just feathers over here. I do get the sort of nature vibe they're going for. Almost reminds me of Radagast from those Hobbit movies, not the Lord of the Rings, the Hobbits, I believe. I don't know why, I just don't like the helmet. I guess it's kind of disappointing. It's almost like it's horns and it broke off. I don't know. Other than the helmet, though, I do dig it. I especially like the staff. You got this little guy sitting here. I was thinking, what if that's actually in-game? And, you know, that relates to one of his attack skills. Like, it jumps down and gets large and attacks, or it jumps down and, like, spits poison or something. That could be pretty cool. And then, too, you see this spell book. You can see it right there a little bit. That's where it's kind of fade out. And right there. I wonder if that'll glow when he's about to do something. And then I also noticed this kind of Celtic looking design. I don't really see it on him anywhere, but I assume that's because it's just concept art. Will be on there at the end.
Ah, so good. So we got Merlin. Obviously, it's our take on him, so some people won't like it, some people will love it. But, you know, he's got his scrolls here. He's got all of his little devices. He's got his little rune book, and the book actually becomes part of his weaponry. He's got his staff. The frog is ready and waiting. I kind of love the... What is this here with the eyes? We can reflect in a subtle way that he was the son of an incubus with his eyes. Love that. We've got the side view here just so the 3D guys have got a good idea of what's going on. But yeah, Merlin looking sweet. Absolutely love this one. Even though the lamp can be seen from the front in the concept, I'd follow the back view position better. So you kind of got just the visual effects coming through here, but then from the back you really get to see it. Honestly, we're taking on feedback that we just want a bit more interesting stuff going on the back view. And we've been taking it on with a lot of the new concepts that you're going to see. Pangu, that you would have seen if you've been following some of those other content creators. Damn, his weapon is so badass. It's insane. Kind of plays on that yin-yang vibe, which is where the...
I actually don't remember if I said his name in the video, but I do have a video if you want to go check it out. I think it's one of my first, so... Not that my videos are anything incredible, but they've definitely improved over the past few weeks, so bear with me if you watch it.
The kind of like weapon visual is coming from here, but Pangu is basically one of the Chinese like crazy gods, like one of their biggest deities that existed, and yeah, I think we're selling him pretty damn well in this visual. Absolutely love this one. Again, another one which will be brand new. This is from our Slavic faction. So Viraj is the name of the Slavic faction, and we just got some of the different call outs to, yeah, just some of the visuals that we're going to see in game, like why they're coming through from the Slavic culture, how we're reusing some bits of assets that have already been created. So we've got a skirt here that we're going to reuse but completely retexture, so you would never know. Talking about some of the weaponry and where that's coming from as well. Just really kind of like subtle call outs which are very, very sweet. So
let me go back for a second. There we go. It will be interesting to see what they do. I am surprised. Obviously, I know they're doing deities. I am surprised that they're going right off the bat with some of the stuff that's in Raid in terms of character name. Not that Raid has a trademark on it or anything. Just as far as differentiating themselves from Raid, you'd think they would want completely different named characters, but perhaps they'll just be very different in game. You know, it's a support in Raid. I guess we'll see what it is here. Those weapons look like it'll be much more of a kind of a rogue type character, you know, single target, heavy damage. So I guess we'll see. You know, kind of hard to tell just from the concept art.
Really kind of like subtle call outs which are very, very sweet. So the Satyr is next. Satire basically was showcased again by a bunch of the different content creators last weekend. This is one of the beasts. This is actually a common hero in the...
So that's a bit of a reveal there too. I thought maybe he's going to be a rare because it said Minotaur rare down below comparison. But yeah, that's a pretty incredible model for, you know, a common. Did he say common or uncommon? I think he said common.
creators last weekend. This is one of the beasts. This is actually a common.
Yeah, common. So I wonder if that'll be the lowest they have, or if they'll have uncommon as well. I don't think you necessarily need uncommon. You know, you obviously have to have tiers of some sort, so you get that juice when you pull those high tier characters. Otherwise, it doesn't matter, right? But pretty incredible model for a common, I'd say.
A hero in the game, and yeah, going to be a collectible, but our take on it slightly different from some of the kind of more traditional versions. But this is an in-game shot, so this is fully rendered, fully complete in-game. It's actually in-game in the wrong faction, but doesn't matter right now. It's literally just, you know, how does the lighting work with this dude, and yeah, is he kind of doing the do? This is my Michaela, who is basically our creature 3D modeler. She does phenomenal work, honestly, phenomenal work. Okay, I don't even know if I meant to show you this one. I don't even know if I meant to show it. I'm leaving it in. The Sphinx. The Sphinx. Damn. Some people were saying, I wonder if we're going to get a Sphinx in the game. Again, we've gone with our take on it. Kind of got slightly never-ending stories vibes going on here. Sweet ass looking visual. We've got another shot coming up with it kind of a bit more modeled here. And nowhere near finished, obviously. It's just a block out, but
For me, I was looking at this and thinking, man, that looks actually super creepy, but in a good way, you know. That's just not even close to finish. It just, I don't know, man, the striations in the armor and the face, it just looks creepy to me, but in a good way.
you start to get a vibe of what's going on with the Sphinx. Ah, so good. I love that we can create these type of characters in the game from mythology, because it just opens up brilliant creatures, brilliant bosses, brilliant heroes to collect. It's so vast, it's insane. Absolutely love it. Okay, anyone's mind blown? This is Zulong. Gino created Zulong. This is in-game render.
I had a terrible idea here. I don't know if this is a character you can get or a boss. I believe it's a boss, but it's Zulong. And I thought he should have a poison skill called Zulong Tea. I know, cheesy. But that would be hilarious to me.
In-game. It's not properly rigged yet, it's not properly animated, so I can't show you any of that stuff, but look at this. Look at the quality of work. If anyone's telling me we're not up there in terms of quality of visual, then I don't know what you're looking at. I do not know what the hell you are looking at. This is absolutely phenomenal work. I love it. Absolutely love it. I cannot wait to see him animated and rigged and stuff. Okay, let's talk about a couple of environments. So Kajiki, we've shown bits of it before. This is in-game. This is the in-game aesthetic we've got. So when the technical artists start to do their magic and start to apply different lighting settings, that type of stuff, we get to do this kind of like cool, moody kind of like moonlit light. It's phenomenal. So you can imagine your heroes are lining up here against the enemy. You could kind of got that cinematic view that we're going with. Absolutely brilliant. And then this is the other view of it from behind, I guess, and another view of a kind of Kajiki level, which is kind of more mountainous with this kind of red lava. Still got some of the buildings, but they're...
I did wonder too when he was showing this. Also, I didn't notice that before, but this purposeful light effect, that's kind of cool. If this is like part A, something happens in the story, and then this you go to later, or if you do something to cause this, maybe. I assume they're not going to have super dynamic stages. Because you got to remember, this is going to be on mobile. I keep talking about all this stuff. Oh, it'd be cool this, cool that. You got to remember, too, I know they are designing it for newer devices, which do have a lot of power, but there's also only so much phones can do, right? So I guess we'll have to wait and see. To me, it would be cool, too, if this was flowing while you're in the level, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
They're a bit more damaged, and yeah, I think you get a real flavour of what we're going for with Kajiki just from seeing those 3 shots. So tons going on in that side. We're starting to get some of the Avalon pieces together here. So this is like what do? We build a bunch of the stuff that's going to live in the Avalon levels. We do it with all the levels, and then we start to bring it to life in the engine. So you can see here how the artists are just kind of like playing around with some of the different assets. What's quite cool here, we're going to see an animated knight a bit later. This is the dude that's animated. They basically remodeled him, repositioned him, and turned him into a statue. Very cool use of an asset. They bake it right down so that it doesn't cost a lot of efficiency, I guess, or whatever on your devices. But it's a really clever use of an asset which works perfectly as a statue as well. We're still...
I did think it would be cool for one of the stages that has a heliquary. There's a H in there, or a H, as Simon would say with his British accent. I left it off before, but... So you got these guys. You can see them here, what they look like. This is obviously without any environment, but here, if they were sort of in a defensive stance, and then perhaps when you do something to unlock the heliquary, they essentially go to this at attention position and turn sideways or something to signify your entrance into the heliquary. I thought that could be kind of cool, but again, we'll see.
We're still going. So this is an Echo level, so based on the Gates of Babylon. This is still, it's not finished. There's still some stuff we're going to do to refine it. I'll give you the live feedback. So some of the feedback we said was, feels like we're seeing a lot of the same color on the level. We want to kind of improve that. Could we change perhaps some of the brickwork coloring or the path coloring so it's not all the same material everywhere? That's the type of stuff we discuss when we're going through these sessions. Oh man, so good. Absolutely phenomenal. Imagine you've got your squads here. In the background, you can see this setting. Like, the environments really, really bring the game to life when we're going with this cinematic type of view. And we can do a lot more with them, which is what's so cool. So this is Edu here doing phenomenal work. The Temple of Kukulkan. Kukulkan. I don't know if I said that right. Probably not. Apologies. Okay, just some of the...
So that reminded me of... or not reminded me, it's obviously related to this stuff. I believe it was 2 weeks ago, the Mesoamerica stuff. So we kind of already saw the tiered tempo, but the difference is, you got 1, 2... This one's just longer, so I think we've kind of already seen this. So that might be more finished, but yeah. Go check that out.
Kukulkan. I don't know if I said that right. Probably not. Apologies. Okay, just some of the different animations. So, run animation for Kajiki.
Naruto! Just kidding. But I do, I believe that's a rare. I think they've said this before, but yeah. The little assassin character from the sort of Asian cultures faction.
Just an idol here. Shield smash. Just showing like some of the representation of the visuals of animations. I think it's important to see it. Like, so this is how it plays through. We give feedback on this sort of stage. It's more like a cast ability with a shield dude. He pulls his shield in front of him, slams it down. You can imagine VFX start to come off as that happens, as your team gain some sort of buffs or the enemy gain debuffs. This is Shamash in his kind of like block out run form animation. Shamash winding one up. So this is like almost like a debuff or a threat type of ability rather than a smack. Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, that looks like he's casting something, like not hitting somebody, so that looks good. I like that.
It's kind of like on you, my friend. We've then got Shamash actually doing a whack coming in. You see the weighting is good. We're not getting loads of clipping with these robes or this cloth, which is important to us as well. Shamash laying it down. I think this is going to be his ultimate.
I don't know if they've shown this character before. I don't know. Maybe I missed something, but I don't know who Shamash is. So maybe another bit of a leak here.
So where you see the kind of like hover in midair, if you can imagine a charge up of VFX that comes in, he's a sun god, he's going to charge up and then slam down with the force. It's not until you start seeing the VFX on board with these things.
Sun god. Huh. I'll have to try and look that up later. I wonder if that's related to the sort of Egyptian culture type faction. But I think Ra is the god of sun in Egyptian culture, so... Huh. I don't know.
That you realize how cool it already looks, honestly. Shamash just dropping down. taking them now.
Oh.
Here's the knight that I was talking about earlier with that's now a statue, by the way. So just a basic attack here. He's only going to be a common. Here we see that attack now in game. And obviously when you start to add the VFX to it, you really get the sell of the ability. Even though he's a common, we still want the abilities to feel pretty sweet. And, you know, you just start to get that kind of sense. Obviously, like, the visual quality of the enemy's not here. Imagine the enemy taking the knockback as well. But you really start to get a feel for what we're trying to do once you get the VFX coming in as well. Add the sound effects onto that as well. Damn. It's a different experience. Second ability from the knight. Look on the right-hand side here.
I like this one. So I like it. I don't know why I paused there, but you'll see.
Drops the shield. Obviously from that you'll get like shield up for your team or shield up for him. Whatever it is we're going to do for his kits. But again, just selling the abilities with the...
Oh, that's interesting. Whatever we're going to do for his kit. So they have animations, but they haven't decided on the skill yet. Interesting. I would have thought it'd been opposite. You kind of come up with the skills and then build visualizations around it, but perhaps not.
The VFX, both from our point of view, if it's our player, our hero, or from seeing the enemy do it, this cinematic view where you're closer to the action, I think it's totally sweet. I think it's really easily the right way to go. The more I'm seeing it, the more I am loving it. Dagonet here as well. Dagonet with the triple smack.
I don't know if we've seen this character either, so it's kind of hard to tell. If you look, let's see if I can pause it. Yeah, see, kind of almost jester-like, right? This little... I don't know what you call it. Is it still a skirt, I guess, and his cape? He doesn't have that hat that kind of has the bells on the end of it, but even his arms are those kind of puffy-looking shirts. So to me, it seems jester-like. Then you have this dagger here. We saw him kind of, I don't know, smoke bomb in or out, kind of similar, almost like Nightcrawler in a way from X-Men, if you're familiar. So some type of type of assassin, single target heavy damage, I would guess, or debuffer as well, you know, single target debuffer.
I don't know if we've seen this hero even before, but
Oh, there you
drops
go.
the triple hits and then comes back into position. You start to get a feel.
I just thought it's something too, like, I wonder if that's just a placeholder. He might run in. I might be interpreting too much just from the, you know, sort of teleport smoke bomb in and out. That could just be a placeholder as well.
For the work that's going on with the animations and the VFX. Tristane here, very basic, rare smack and down. Again, not fully animated and stuff, all that, but just gives you an idea. And then the second ability, I love this one. Oh, the AoE. The AoE spear throw, bam. Again, just selling it with the VFX, really, really doing it.
That obviously gives you raid vibes from that one starter. What the heck is her name? Why can't I remember? This is the problem, man. Like, there's so many characters in raid now. I think it's is it Elhain? I don't know, but you know this spear when she calls him down from the sky. And again, that's fine to have similar skills, but it did make me think, I wonder how they're gonna do starting champs in this game. I don't know if you necessarily need set starters. I would kind of like to see them get away from that, try something new. You know, I know he said they don't want to make change for change's sakes, but that could be a good, unique change. And perhaps, you know, give some type of increased chance to get a epic or something from your X amount of initial shards, or maybe on your first whatever tier shards they're having, you actually, it's a guaranteed epic, and that's kind of supposed to be your starter. The only problem with that is that would encourage rerolls, but they're gonna have some type of bonus, you know, chance up something at the start of the game, so there's gonna be rerolls anyway. So I would say give us something like that. Don't make it generic, these are your 4 starters, you know, make it broader than that. I'd like to see that.
Solid job. This is what we want to see. This is the type of thing. Lay the damage in. Yes, please. Very nice. Very nice work. And all of this stuff is you know, for refinement. This is not all refined. It's just, I just want to give you a sense of what we're seeing on a weekly basis here. Nice buff ability here. Again, final ability from Sustain here. Seeing it from different points of view. And that's the end of the show.
It was Aethel, not Elhain. Just for clarification, the champion I was thinking of, you know, kind of a... I don't know, yeah, I know she doesn't have a sword and that character didn't, but, you know, board and sword type.
As I say, we've got so much going on. We've got an absolute kick-ass team working on these things. And every time I sit in this meeting once a week, it's my favorite meeting of the week because I get to see so much more cool stuff that's coming through in Godforge. Look, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like what we're doing here. Come and join the Discord as well. We do have the beta sign up still live. You can go and sign up. I'll put all the links to that down below. We're hoping for the beta to be in Q1 next year. So that's going to be, we're hoping for like end of Feb, but we'll see where we get to on that.
So that's why I kept playing that end part there. Well, also, I like that sweatshirt. I might actually have to get one of those. I believe you can win one if you win the... I think they're at least weekly right now, poker tournaments. They're usually Friday nights. I'm usually busy, so I can't make it, so I haven't had a chance to win one. I'll have to see if I can get in there and win one sometime, and if not, buy it. I like it. Looks like the material. That way, if I ever actually get a camera and start getting on camera, I can wear it while I'm making videos. But the reason I let it keep playing was the beta part. I thought about a month ago, they were saying about 10 months out. So if they're doing it at the end of February, that's, you know, 3-ish months ahead of schedule. I guess we'll have to wait and see. That is still quite a ways away. I don't want to get too hyped up, you know. Get sort of Elder Scrolls 6 teaser vibes, you know. That came out, what, like 7 years ago at this point? And we're finally starting to see more info on it, so, you know, hold your expectations on the beta. It'll be out eventually, but I have to wait and see. This is H-Lock. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.